let's get to this episode, though. I would love to talk with you more about this, Francis, but I gotta go pick up my fucking brother.
Yeah.
Motherfucker. It'd be perfect conversation, but no.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a new episode of Diving Deep into Entertainment. Number 54. We did check. We're not fucking up this time.
We did check.
Yeah.
You did. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something that maybe you don't know, Francis.
What don't I know?
On the last Die episode, you did not number it number 54.
Wait, what?
I done threw you off, didn't I? If you go to the playlist, right, it goes 51, 52, 53, and then it says just the title of the episode. Doesn't say 54.
But I thought there was only 53 videos.
Oh, you're right. So it goes 51, 52, and then it doesn't name it.
No, that's not true.
It's very true.
Get the fuck out of here.
I knew I was going to throw you off with it. That's why I did it. You want to see it?
You're bullshitting.
I'm dead ass.
Okay, well, as he does that, I just want to say it's been a hot minute. I think it's been a couple months since we did a die episode. So I am happy that we are back. If you guys have been following us, you know entertainment, the arts is my passion. So for this episode, we're just going to be talking about the couple of films that we've seen at the beginning of the month. We're not doing any impressions. We're just
talking. Just discussing.
Yes.
51, 52. Got him.
Jordan.
We'll go back to it later. Don't worry about
Jordan got me. Okay, so. Damn. It's long nights. I apologize,
it.
Guys.
Don't matter. I mean, they should obviously be able to tell if it goes 51, 52.
Yeah.
Nothing. That's obviously 53. So.
Bro, that was a long ass video. I completely forgot we made a 2-hour episode.
That was 2 hours?
Yeah,
what did we talk about?
Oh, that's where we're doing the box office recap.
That was a long. Yeah, and we sped that up.
Yeah, because you remember how we started 2018 doing month by month, and then we stopped around April, and then I just said, fuck it, let's just wrap it all into one.
Yeah.
And for some dumbass reason, we did the first 4 months in depth, even though we had videos for it. And then the months we didn't have videos for it, we just sped through.
Yep.
So
that sounds like something we would do.
It's been roughly 4 or 5 months since we've had a new episode, but
no, it's only been 2. Last one was in February.
I posted that late.
Die?
Yeah.
Has it really been? I feel like it might have been in February or January though.
I'm not going on record being wrong again.
I know for a fact I saw the date that we posted. It was February something.
It was?
It was February, the day we posted it.
Okay.
It might have came out. I assume it would be January or February. It's still been months, though. It has been a couple months.
Yes. Oh, okay. Well, I know we recorded in January.
That's probably it then.
Okay, so 3 months. Okay, anyway, guys.
Yes, I gotta go pick up my brother. Let's do this shit.
My name is Francis Mondrala, like always, and to my left we have the
Snack Daddy.
The Snack Daddy of all. But we're going to start off with, I don't know, we could do whatever, but I just want to talk about the Upside first.
Upside featuring
Kevin Hart
and Bryan Cranston.
Yes.
Got it. I enjoyed it very much.
Yo, can we flip through this? Can we do the big films first and then go into the more
sure,
dramatic films? Okay, so we're going to first start with Alita.
Endgame. No, I'm just fucking with you. Alita. Let's start with Alita.
Could you, man? If only we already saw that. Alita. Okay, so
I know that'd be great. Come on.
So, from what we remember, how do you feel about that film? Because
I remember I enjoyed it. Some parts of it I didn't like. I just don't remember, in all honesty. When did that come out?
February, yeah.
Yeah, so it's been like 2 months.
Yeah.
There's
I think 2 months
remember
exactly,
that.
too.
There's no way I'm going to remember that.
Okay.
I remember some cool... I enjoyed the battle scenes a lot. Like, the fight scenes were really, really good.
Yeah.
Part of the story was like, to me. But I would love a sequel. Are they making a sequel? I would assume they would make a sequel. It did good, didn't it?
It made about $415 worldwide.
Oh,
the only
that's pretty
problem, its budget, without counting marketing, was $170.
I mean, that's still a plus, but it is, yeah.
Yeah, but since Fox is now owned by Disney, if you're not making significant money, yeah. So
well, hopefully we get a sequel. I enjoyed the first one.
The battles,
bruh, if they do Alita Disney underneath it. Boom, money.
No, for real. No, for real. Do you think James Cameron would direct the sequel, or do you think he would let the director?
I would hope he would let the first director continue his shit, because I don't like when they switch directors, because we've seen firsthand how bad it is when something changes directors.
Example.
Fantastic Four. You know what I'm talking about.
But that was switching directors while filming one film.
Yeah, exactly. But you see what I'm saying, though? It's like, well,
Justice League.
Just because it obviously would be a sequel, so just imagine it's two parts to the same film.
Yeah.
So that's the first half, and if the second one comes out different one, I'm not saying that it would be bad, but I'm saying it wouldn't be what the first one had originally planned.
Well, I will say, to counter that, the first Captain America had a different director from the second, and I think the second film.
Sometimes changes can be good, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, I do feel you, but
I know what you.
my thing is, the reason why I'm like partial to this is because I didn't like the first Captain America movie, but I love the second one. But
Okay.
I'm okay with this Alita movie. I'm not like it was fine. It was a good movie. It was a decent movie.
Okay.
So I like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want it to get worse, but it'd be nice to get better. So it's like, it's kind of like 50-50 for me. With like Captain America, I was like, yeah, change the director because it was shitty. It can't get worse than that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, it could have. That would have been really, really bad. But
I would say I agree with you. I don't believe the directing was the problem with the film. I felt it was the script. You know, the story
yes,
was very
exactly.
generic.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel.
Yeah.
Like the directing was, I actually think was really good, but it's like you said, like the script had flaws. Like it just, not everything was like came together really well.
And it's also like been here, done that. I feel like we already knew where it was going to go. And if anything,
Yeah,
it didn't
no.
feel like a complete film. Like, you remember when the film was
At the
getting
end?
Yes.
Yeah, no, exactly.
When it was getting good.
No,
that's
you
when
literally, the ending was the best part. And then it wasn't even a cliffhanger. It was literally like somebody had just cut the last 10 minutes or last 20, 30 minutes from the movie.
Yeah. Like, it cut not quite the climax, but the epilogue.
Yeah, it's weird. It was weird. But it's like you said, though, too. It's like we've seen that story all before. It's
Yeah.
just new characters, which is nice. The new characters are cool, but
Yeah.
it's the same story.
How did you feel about the world? Because I feel
I
like...
liked it. I liked it a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, like that whole thing that they had going on.
setup, yeah.
Yeah, I liked it.
Okay. I think the cast was great. It had an
I agree.
excellent cast.
I agree. Very much.
From everybody involved. I'm not going to butcher the names.
You're talking about the black dude, right? I'm sorry, but
who
I can't pronounce his name either, but I love him as an actor.
Yeah, he's won 2 Oscars.
Yeah,
he's
he's the dude who plays Cottonmouth in the one joint,
what joint?
the Marvel joint, Netflix. Why can I not remember the name? What's the name of the hero? Luke Cage, for fuck's sakes! I'm like, what's the name of him? I don't know. I can't remember his name.
I was going to say the Hood one, but that's Luke Cage.
Yeah, Luke Cage.
But he was also from
Cottonmouth. He's in Green Book.
Green Book.
Have you seen that movie?
No.
Oh, it's so good, dude.
It is?
I enjoyed it very much.
Okay, good.
I enjoyed it very much.
Good.
I actually watched it twice. That's how much you know I enjoyed it, bruh.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
rare. That's rare.
Yeah.
No, he was also in that one film where he won
Yeah, no, the Moonlight.
Moonlight. That's what I was thinking about, yeah. No,
I still haven't seen it, but I know I had heard it was a great movie.
No, yeah. It's not
What's his name? Now it's gonna pop.
Ali. Muhammad Ali or Musha. Ali something. I believe.
We'll find out. I'll find out, bro.
As he's looking that up, I do want to point out the action. I want to further say that the action scenes are beautifully done. Surprisingly, the CGI for the main actress was more or less it.
Do you want to try saying that, or you want me to give it a try?
I'm going to say M. Ali.
It's Mahershala Ali. I think that's right. Mahershala Ali.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely.
Great actor. Great actor.
Diverse actor, too.
Yes,
Think about all the
yes.
different roles he's
Very
played.
much so. Dude, I think you would really enjoy Green Book. I think you would.
I think I would, too. But the only thing is, I was getting into the whole hype machine, like, oh, it didn't deserve to win Best Picture and all this stuff. And it's just like, I'm going to see
For what?
it.
Green Book? Did it win that? Oh, I didn't know it won that.
No.
I just knew it was like highly rated. So
No, but for my thing, bro, when you watch, like, when you see trailers to a film, as we're going to get to for a film later on in this, like, I don't understand what some critics, some people expect when they go in seeing some films. Like this trailer portrays this film one way, and you expect it to be this artistic masterpiece when sometimes it's just made to be a good vibing film.
Well, it's like we said, if it's not a masterpiece, it's a piece of shit, right?
True.
If it ain't Van Gogh, it's garbage.
Okay, so the next film we're going to talk about, this is the way I dub it. The inferior Alita is Captain Marvel.
Okay. Captain Marvel to me was not impressive. In all honesty, this is my thing, right? Let me just say this. Let me get it off my chest.
Well, can I get this off my chest first?
Get something off your chest first.
I am not taken away from its box office performance. What I'm trying to say, if you in any way believe that this film deserves to make more than a Wonder Woman and compete with the Iron Man 3s and these films, commercially speaking, I think you're crazy just because it's a female superhero.
No, I agree.
By the way, I'm not comparing these two completely to different levels. People were making Black Panther seem like it's the first ever black superhero film. Yet they completely forgot about Blade and all these films.
That's literally the first thing that comes to mind is Blade.
Yeah, no, but the same thing is like everybody forgot about Wonder Woman. But now you give your point.
My thing with Captain Marvel was it was a completely average film. There was nothing special about it. In the film, you don't even... I mean, don't get me wrong. Captain Marvel is very, very powerful, right? But not in that movie. How is she going to compare to Thanos? If she's as strong as she is in that movie, she's going to get just whooped on.
Our same problem with... Our one pet peeve with Shazam.
Yes. But that's the thing. It's like... It was like... Honestly, the best part about that movie was the Skrull guy. Super funny. And it made the movie way better.
Well, once again, my problem with the film, I really enjoyed it as a comedy, but as anything else, I'm like, what is it?
It was severely lacking. You could literally, I honestly would put it on the lower end of the spectrum of superhero movies. Oh my fucking phone. It's not that fun. I mean, it was, like I said, not even I wouldn't even call it decent. I would literally give it probably a 4 out of 10.
Damn, so below average?
Yeah, below average. It just, all in all, it was just like, well, what are we doing here? We're learning about...
It felt very pointless.
Yeah. In all honesty, because this movie came out, you could have honestly skipped this movie completely and just threw in Avengers and I would have been fine. Everything that happened in this movie had no significance to Avengers Infinity.
My problem, I feel like if this was... Let's say this was just a plain out Marvel film, like a Fox Marvel film. I feel like commercially... and especially critically, does not get anywhere near the raves that it does get.
Yeah. What is it? What did it get? Do you know?
Over 80 on...
That's bullshit. That's bullshit. I can honestly tell you right now, I probably enjoyed Hellboy that we watched today.
More?
Yeah. And like they said, Hellboy to me wasn't a great movie, but it was a good movie. It wasn't bad.
Okay. I don't think Hellboy was a better put together film. But I enjoyed
it more.
Yeah.
You know why? Because it had exciting parts and it had like interesting parts. Literally, if you just look at Captain Marvel, what about that movie? Did you feel any excitement watching that movie? Like, oh, what's gonna happen?
Well, you know why?
No.
Watch to make the comparison. Hellboy at least had a director's print on it. He had I feel like whoever directed that was his vision of the film. When you watch Captain Marvel. This film is the embodiment of the MCU train in the sense, it feels like they just put directors in there just to do what the producers wanted, if that makes sense to you.
No, I feel you. It just, like I said, nothing about Captain Marvel was spoke to me. It didn't even pop out. It was just like, well, here's a movie. Yeah. And then it was like, yeah, this movie's great. And I'm like, eh.
I do want to say this. I really enjoyed the cast. I thought the acting.
No, the cast was really good. The acting was really good, but
the story, the plot.
And you know what's funny too is it's not like I even had high expectations for Captain Marvel.
That's the problem. I didn't have high expectations either. And then when I walked out the film, I'm like, this is the film that just opened to 100. Because we went the
I remember we were very upset when we walked out the movie theater.
Especially with the way the film ends. The fight. Going off of...
Fight scenes weren't even that good, dude.
No, but you remember...
Oh, there wasn't really any fight scenes. No. That's what we talked about, yeah.
And then the ending fight scene, the thing that they could brag about is how with CGI, she destroyed a couple ships. You know how she was using her powers to...
That's what I'm saying. There was nothing that was really like, boom, amazing that was in that movie. So it fell short for me. It felt really short for me. I didn't like it. And I'm gonna be in all honesty, like my probably least favorite like Marvel movie, just in terms of like action wise, is like Ant-Man.
But I think Ant-Man was much better.
No, that's what I'm saying. I just in action wise though, I enjoyed Ant-Man's story and I enjoyed the comedy. But it's like this is even below Ant-Man. It might be my least favorite Marvel movie.
But I'm trying to think. What was his identity? Like, take away Captain Marvel. What was the identity of this film besides it being the first female MCU film? What was the identity? What was the purpose of this?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said you could throw her in Endgame and not be any of the wiser. This taught us nothing. All it taught us about the beeper at the end. Which, guess what? At the end, the beeper that he had had the insignia of Captain Marvel. So we knew she was going to show up. So what was the point in this movie? Because we already knew she was going to show up because the beeper had her signal.
Can we not even bring up the tie-ins to the MCU as a whole? Because they were so poorly done in this film. You remember how mad I was about the tie-ins.
What do you mean tie-ins?
About how they got the Avenger Project name?
Oh, yeah, you were really upset about that.
How Fury got his scratch scar.
Yeah, that was dumb too.
Like I guess my biggest problem, the film was so cheesy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and it didn't have anything to counter it besides it being comedy. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't no delicate balance.
Because you remember how you said you were not a fan of Thor Ragnarok because of how it was so different from its roots, the comics, right?
Well, that, and not only the fact is, like, Thor 1 was like, but Thor 2 got really serious, kind of, with the dark elves and everything.
Yes.
And then Thor 3 is just like, we'll just throw it up in the air.
Okay.
And it's supposed to be Ragnarok. It's supposed to be the end of the world, and it's just all comedy.
But can you say this, that as a collective film, even though it wasn't the identity you liked, it still had an identity?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it was definitely unique.
Yeah, but this film, it felt like...
It was bland. It was just...
Yeah.
It's like generic shit, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like it was me directing that movie, but it was worse. Because even I wouldn't have thunk of dumb shit like that. But what do I know, right?
Okay, so to sum up Captain Marvel, if you just want a good buddy film and you want some comedy, I can't not recommend it.
I feel like it's one of those movies you just put on to have noise in the background.
It's a TV dinner movie.
Yeah, it's just like, it'd be fine, throw it on.
Yeah. But as you were saying, the writing overall, and especially the narrative, it's... Can I say this? Captain Marvel felt like the first MCU film that truly felt like it was supposed to be made for TV. In terms of the plot,
that's exactly what it kind of felt like.
It felt like
it was made for TV.
Like, it felt like one of those Netflix shows.
It wasn't one of those, like you see some movies and it's like, yeah, you got to watch this on the big screen. That was like, you could have watched that on a 7-inch.
No, yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
Okay. All right. Well,
but I will say that I do love Brie Larson.
I love her skills as an actress.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm not going to say I love her as a person anymore. But
I don't know about her as a person, but as an actress.
No, as an actress. By the way, a future episode, there's a film you need to see and I want us to talk about, which is she's amazing in.
Is it Unicorn Joint?
No, Short Term 12, which is supposedly that's the film that got her into like The Room and all that stuff that put her on the map.
Okay. How much more movies we got?
We got about like 5.
This ain't gonna work. We'll have to speed through a couple.
Okay. Well, we could speed through this one. Glass.
We can't speed through this one. Upsetting. Yeah. That's the first word I can think of when it comes to upsetting. Now I haven't seen, what was the first one called again?
Unbreakable.
You
didn't see Unbreakable?
I haven't seen it in a very long time. Okay. I was gonna say it's an older movie. I think I saw it once or twice, but
I think it's like 2000.
It's been years since I seen it, so I don't really remember much about that. But Split, I really enjoyed. I loved Split very much.
I think it's one of his best. It's my favorite M. Night Shyamalan film.
Yeah, I love Split. And then this came along, and I was expecting it to be good. I was expecting it to be great, in all honesty. I had pretty good expectations.
Bro, I thought this was going to be the Avengers for his trilogy, bro.
And it was just so disappointing. The ending actually wasn't that bad. Just like the entire beginning and middle kind of sucked. And then the ending was like, it got better, but it still wasn't great. You know what I'm saying? Like there were certain parts in the movie. I'm just gonna say one, for example, where this guy who's supposed to be unbreakable is just getting drowned in a puddle, and like nobody does anything about it. And then it was his son, right? His son runs there. And he's like, "Oh, Dad, what?" He's like clueless as to what happened. It's like the soldier next to you was just drowning him for like 10 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, did nobody watch all these soldiers just drown this man?
No, that's...
literally in a puddle, too. The water was like maybe this deep. I mean, I know you can drown in something that deep.
His weakness is technically water.
Yeah, but remember when he was actually submerged in that water tank?
He was making dents?
He was still strong enough to make dents. So how is he not strong enough to pull someone off of him who's only using one hand to drown him?
And bro, if I remember, that was like a 1 minute take.
Exactly. It was like some parts were just like, what the fuck? Didn't make sense. It just didn't make sense.
For me, the best way to describe Glass is inconsistent.
That's a good way to put it.
Some part, because I saw the film a second time, and some parts of that film, I'm like, this is what was the previous
Split?
Yeah, Split. This is Split level of directing, and then other parts, I'm like, Am I watching like some fucking Last Airbender shit, bro?
Yeah, super amateur hour.
Yeah, and this is from a guy who obviously thought out this entire trilogy a decade in the making, and you...
And I don't even... And all surprisingly, remember the ending. I don't mind the ending. Because you saw it coming, but at the same time you didn't. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't a bad ending, because it's the start of something else.
Okay.
But it's just like all this, and then I'm sorry, but this really got me. So this mystery group that's been around for thousands of years,
they're basically the Illuminati.
Basically,
of this universe.
they eliminate anyone who comes with superhuman powers. Basically, right? That's what they said. We've been getting rid of existences like you for
But they say that it's a yin yang thing, that whenever an evil person pops up, a good guy pops up, or vice versa.
But the thing is like they've been around for so long, and you literally know nothing about them till the last 5 minutes of the movie. You don't know about their existence. You don't know who they are. And then they just come up, and you see a tattoo, and that's the start of it all. It's like, oh my god, the tattoo, and it's like, what?
It's the Alita effect.
Yeah, and then it's like, what? And then the thing is too is like, well, I mean, we don't know what happens to him, but we know what Glass did at the end.
Yeah,
he revealed to the world that they did exist. But
that's why he set up the cameras.
Yeah, and it's like more people can It's just, it was weird. I don't know, man.
Bro,
I don't know.
I guess the point that we should end on is that I would say the story being told is not bad. It's the execution of the story.
That's probably,
being told.
I would agree with you.
And the reason why it's so frustrating is because M. Night Shyamalan, be it recently with Split, or you go when he first started directing, he has the skills to put a compelling piece of story together. And he writes all of his, all these types of films. He writes all of them. So he's in control from start to finish. And it's just, how do you make Unbreakable, which many people call a cult classic, and then you make Split, which is, in my opinion, a horror classic.
Great movie.
And then you
finish it off with that.
Yes.
That's the thing. You had two very
solid,
articulated pieces of this film.
That's the best articulated, like from start to finish, thought out.
And then the ending was just, I don't even know if it was thrown together, but I just feel like it was poorly executed.
And bro, I guess the science started in the second act too, bro, where they wasted all that time making us think that they didn't have superpowers when we knew they did.
When they were in the institution.
That was a waste of a second act.
Yeah, and my thing was, I was like, that's what I'm saying. Is like, I wasn't sure if they were trying to convince us, or if she was just trying to play some mind game with them that they didn't have the powers. You know what I'm saying?
But that's
what I'm saying. It's like
it was unnecessary. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. It was like, why are you showing us this?
Yeah. Because think about it. If he had the second act as the third act, right? I mean, if the third act was the second act, so you completely eliminate the second act, get rid of the bullshit. We know who they are, right? You make the second act what the third act ended up being, and then the third act actually dived in to the cliffhanger ending.
Yeah, it would have definitely.
It would have been a more satisfying film.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, it was a decent movie, but it was upsetting.
Dumbo.
Oh, we did just recently watch Dumbo.
And I do want to talk about this because over the course of 5-10 years, everybody shits on Tim Burton now.
They do, and that upsets me because we all know he is a master. Like he does his job very, very well.
Bro, okay, first off, this is clearly a Tim Burton styled film.
Definitely, and I will also say this was actually a very good movie. I enjoyed it.
As we talked about after, the first act is rough.
The first act is rough. You're right, but after that, it actually is very good. But yeah, what's up with people in Tim Burton? I don't understand it because what was his one movie that didn't do well at all? Like it did really bad, and I was surprised when I heard about it. I was like, "Oh, Tim Burton movie did really bad."
Are you talking about the peculiar?
Yes,
Kids?
I think so. I think it was that.
Yeah, that didn't do good. Well, it all started with Alice in Wonderland, bro.
That's what it was. It was the last Alice in Wonderland that did.
No, but
terrible.
he didn't direct that.
He didn't?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, but that film bombed.
Yeah, that thing bad bomb.
Yeah.
Bad, dude.
Well, because I know one of his film. My problem is Tim Burton does this one-off. He does a blockbuster film, then he does an indie film, and then this cycle repeats itself. Everybody always sees his blockbuster film, shits on that film. He makes an indie film, which is better than his blockbuster film. Nobody sees it. Mm-hmm. So what are you looking for?
Yeah, I honestly don't know. I think he's great, but you know. But anyways,
I thought this film was better than the first Alice in Wonderland.
I agree.
And the way the film ends is a mess. Like, bro, I was thinking about this. If this film released when Alice in Wonderland released,
oh, it would have done nuts. I'm willing to bet it would have done crazy at the box office. Dumbo, right?
Yes.
Oh, it would have done crazy at the box office. I'm willing to bet.
And yo, every bit, I don't know what his budget was. I believe 160, 170. Yo, it looks like it, bro. Mm-hmm. Dumbo looks, for the most part, very real. If you could get past the fact that it has flying gears. And the ending, bro, did the
movie do good in the box office?
No.
It didn't?
No.
Oh, that's right. When we went, it was pretty empty.
Yeah.
It was a good movie. Which I'm surprised about. I would think people would take their kids to see Dumbo. Because although Dumbo is a Disney classic. Marvel. True. But although Dumbo is a Disney classic, it is one of the older Disney classics.
No, it's one of the first.
Yeah,
too. It's like 1930s.
Yeah, I would say 30s or 40s. So but it's still, I mean, if you watch it is one of the sadder ones too when you think about it.
Especially the way his interpretation of it. Too.
Yeah. So it was I enjoyed it. I'm surprised. That's why with these new Disney live actions, it's like they're hard to judge, man. It's hit or miss.
You know what I've been realizing? I don't know why. The films that I enjoy of the live actions are the ones that get panned, and the ones I don't enjoy are the ones that do really good.
I think it's everyone else, bro.
No, but the thing is, bro, like if you notice the ones I enjoy, like Maleficent and Dumbo, these are the films that are going a completely different route. Like it's a sequel, or is taking a completely different. Like Alice in Wonderland. I really enjoy Alice in Wonderland.
I enjoyed it too.
I don't know what people were expecting from that film. It's a sequel to the animated film, right? Maleficent is a different take on whatever animated film is based off of Sleeping Beauty, right?
I think so, yes.
Yeah. Dumbo was originally a 60-minute film. This is a 2-hour film. So all the story you get is basically brand new.
Yeah, because obviously where you're getting the information from.
Yet everybody says, oh, give us something new, give us a new take. Yet which film do they go see in masses? The Jungle Book, which is the exact same film as this predecessor.
But worse.
Yes. With none of the music.
You definitely could. The animated movie's way better. It 100% is way better.
We're talking about the Jungle Book.
Dude, to me, it's just people always just want something to complain about. That's all it is.
I know.
That's all it is. People just like, oh, they find one small thing and it's like, this movie sucks. This movie's terrible. This movie's trash.
Even if you don't think this is a masterpiece, I don't think it's a masterpiece.
Neither do I.
It's a solid 3-star film.
I would give it that's just perfect. I give it like somewhere in the 3s.
Yeah.
Not high 3s, but like low mid 3s.
Yeah. Like, but there's nothing wrong with that type of film, especially because it is entertaining, you know?
Yeah, no, it was very entertaining. Like I said, once you get through that first act,
you're
solid. Good. Yeah, you're
solid.
good. Because the most boring / like part is the beginning. That's
I would say that because most of the first act is like stuff that was not in the animated film. Like
that's also very true.
It was setting up what comes in the second and the third act, and it was very rough.
Real good. Yeah. So, I would go see Dumbo. Recommend.
I highly recommend that. It's a family film, bro. It's a family.
Take your kids.
Okay, so
or show them the original Dumbo.
So now we're going to get into sub indie films, and we're going to try to.
How much films you got? 3?
3.
Okay.
You got that?
We got like 10 minutes, bro. 10, 15 minutes most I can do. We'll do 5 minutes each. It won't be that hard.
Well, let's just finish.
Indies,
so. Let's finish with Hellboy.
Oh, we're gonna talk about Hellboy?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Well, that'd be the thing, and then we could talk about these other.
Okay.
Because I want to talk about some indie films, and we could just combine them for the next episode.
Okay.
Sound good with you? Okay. All right. Cool.
And we did already talk a little bit about Hellboy, so yeah, this shouldn't be
okay.
too bad.
So guys, we're going to finish up with Hellboy, and
is it just called Hellboy?
I believe Hellboy.
Okay.
But you know, like when you license it out, it's going to say Hellboy 2019 version. Yeah.
I was wondering. I just didn't think about it.
Oh, I just want to put this out there. I want to put this out there, as I mentioned before. I think, unbiasedly, Captain Marvel is a better put-together film. Mm-hmm. With that being said,
agree.
I enjoyed Hellboy more, and I think it is a more artistic styled film, if that makes... It has its own vision, and it commits to it. If you don't like it...
I feel like, you know how everyone's real excited when comic book movies got like the first rated R version?
Yes.
I feel like that was a side of like comic book movies rated R where it's like cursing and that's that type of rated R. But then there's the type of rated R that gets dark. You know what I'm saying?
And serious.
Yes, I feel like this is one of those. Yes, exactly. Violent. That's a good word. Yeah. Like this, I feel like this is one of those, like a comic movie that's like the dark side of it. Mm-hmm. Because like I said, it's very dark and gritty. Gore, blood, all that. And it's not a place for everyone. It isn't. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Not a lot of people enjoy watching. Like my mom can't. She can do blood, but she doesn't like the gory stuff. Okay. So she couldn't watch a movie like this. Okay. And it's not to say like she wouldn't enjoy it, but you know what I'm saying? She just doesn't like that stuff. So she wouldn't even give it a shot. It's just that I feel like it's a, like you said, it wasn't a great movie, but I enjoyed it a lot, and I like it because there's not, if you think about it, what other movies are like this? Like, that have this type of dark, because, like I said, there is rated R superhero movies. There's Deadpool, but it's not the same type, you know what I'm saying? It's rated R for...
That is rated R for its dialogue.
Yeah, exactly.
Its humor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This one, like, this one didn't have that much humor in it.
I feel like it had a comic book humor.
Yes, exactly. They were like small quips. Yes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that one train with the Nazi hunter. I still can't remember. He's like Guten Tag or some shit like that.
With the freaking symbol.
Yeah, like I feel like that was straight out of a comic book. You know what I'm saying?
That was very comic.
You see what I'm saying? Like that's why it's
you know who
not
that was played by?
Oh.
Do you remember George in the Jungle?
Yes.
With Brandon Fraser?
Yes.
And you remember the one dude who married...
Yes. I knew I recognized him. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, that's him. He's awesome for shit like that.
But that's my thing though too, is like I feel like it was just enjoyable as like there's no other movies like it. You know what I'm saying?
It's I don't want to say it's from a bygone era, but it's unique onto itself.
Yes, exactly.
As you said when we were walking out, this felt like a truly R-rated comic book movie.
Yeah, like they took an R-rated, like completely R-rated comic and threw it at the movies.
Yes,
and I liked it. Yeah. That's why I don't think it was a great movie because the way it was executed and stuff like that, but it was a good, to me, I enjoyed the style of the movie, I should say. Yeah. Like a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people wouldn't have enjoyed like those quips and stuff like that. They would see it as too cheesy or whatever.
But we were talking about this. You need to know what film you're going to see.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Like, I think that's the biggest problem when people like I don't know if you remember. You remember the movie Mother? With
Yes, I didn't watch it, but I know what you're talking about. With the one girl that I like, Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah. Okay, now don't get me wrong. They advertised it as a horror film, but if you read the actual bio, like this is an artistic film. It's made by an artistic director. You need to know that yes, it's coming off as a horror film, but it's going to have deeper elements, and people hated it. Like.
It's what, yeah. That's the thing though too. Is like it depends on it depends on how they make you see the movie. Because if you're going in expecting a horror, and then you get like what you just said,
yeah,
you're gonna be kind of upset. Because if you were expecting this kind of horror and it obviously wasn't even close to that kind of horror,
yeah,
then you're gonna be disappointed in it.
Yeah, I know. I do understand that because there are some films, as you remember last when me and Adrian were together, we were very disappointed in Hercules because of how they advertised it.
Yeah, you guys were talking about that.
But
I don't remember watching the movie.
If I'm being unbiased, Hercules was a good, if not great film for what kind of film it was. A classic, like
yes, I know what you're talking about.
Film.
Yes, exactly.
It was really great.
Yeah,
it's
but
just I was disappointed
because it was playing it off as Hercules.
Yes.
So comparing it to what they were playing it as
and what it is two
worse.
Different things.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But if you take it and just look at it for what it is, not for what it was perceived as by someone else.
And I feel like a lot of people who saw the film, the critics and commercial people, they were expecting a Del Toro Hellboy, or they were expecting an MCU take on Hellboy.
Yeah, and they shouldn't.
And I think that's the...
Who directed Hellboy, do you know? Is it someone we know?
Neil Marshall?
I don't know him.
I don't know either.
I'm just saying I enjoyed it. Like I said, it was like if I was in a comic book store and they had like all the dark stuff in this section, and they're just like, just go read a couple books in that section. That's what I felt like to me.
And I want to say this: of all the comic book films we've gotten, right, I would put this bottom third if I'm being from a pure quality perspective. But it's one of 3 films of this artistic style.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm trying to think of another film that had this kind of style. And honestly, the only thing I could come up to even close to it is Blade.
But even then, it does like
exactly. Even then, it's still not exactly
maybe
like
Spawnish.
I'd put it close to Spawn. Was Spawn rated R for the language? I bet there wasn't a lot of blood and gore.
I think it might have been.
I remember him saying "fuck" a couple times. That's why. But like not for blood and gore so much. But I feel like if they redid Spawn in this kind of style, it would be beautiful.
Yeah,
I would love it. So yeah. I would definitely put like Spawn and Blade in that kind of like genre-esque type thing.
No, but I'm
Not
saying
exactly
that's
alike,
good.
But they're kind of in the same area.
I feel like that's. I know I keep bringing this bell. I'm somewhat getting sick of the MCU formula, and it's nice to get a different take. So
yeah, I feel you, dude. I said it's tough, man. It's tough making movies.
No, and that's why, bro, I'm not going to lie to you. Ever since we started doing this and just the simple editing thing, right? I appreciate I'm more forgiving on films now,
Yeah.
Like, even if it's not my kind of film, I could still say, like, unbiased. Like, yo, I'm trying to see, did these people accomplish what they wanted to? Like how people hate Michael Bay films? But Michael Bay makes the film he wants.
Yes.
So how is he making a shitty film if this is the film he wants, you know?
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. If this is what he aimed for and he got what he aimed
for,
then to him it's perfect.
Yeah, he nailed it.
And now it's just up to you to whether you decide whether you like his version of it.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's not about necessarily what you want, but it's about how you see his, you know what I'm saying?
No, yes, yeah.
I understand.
And I feel like it also goes with the times of where we are socially as a country and as a society. If a vision does not equip to what we want, then it's shitty.
Yeah, no. Or it's offensive.
Yes. That's just not true.
No, that's the exact type of, sadly, that is the exact type of society that we live in now. Whereas, like, if it's not how I see it or I want it, then either get rid of it or change it. You know what I'm saying? That's just the type of society we live in. And I hate to say it, but that's how it is. Because it used to be, if it's not how I want it or how I see it, then you got to live with that. Because that's the way the world is. But now the world has to change for everyone else.
Yeah.
And that's why
politically correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's too sensitive of a fucking subject. It is, because it's like,
But that's the
I would
problem.
love for the world to be the way I want it to be.
I know.
It's not.
But that's the problem when you apply that mentality to art.
No, yeah, because art is freaking
In the eye of the-
expressionist. Yeah,
yes,
like,
in the
like
eye
you
of the
have
beholder.
you have no right to like you can judge someone's art, but you have no right to say, well, this is how it is, because you're not the artist.
Well, the way I look at it, you can judge, is this bad acting or not? You know, you can judge if this writing does not go with the tone of the film. You can judge if this is a generic story or like stuff like that. But when you're judging, you don't like the art style, you don't like the atmosphere, you don't like how the director has this scene set up, so it's a shitty film. You know?
Yeah, kind of. I kind of understand what you're saying. Oh, I just got a little like mini headache.
I guess what I'm trying to say is like there's some aspects of art that you could quantitatively judge, like
I understand
you
what
can
you're
tell
saying.
the difference between good acting and bad acting.
Okay, now I see what you're saying.
Yes.
I see what you're
but
saying.
you can't get mad. You can't say this acting is bad because you thought another actor should be playing this character.
Now I see what you're saying. It's like, oh, he would have been better.
Yes.
Well, it's just he didn't get it. So
Or why is a man playing this character when it could be a woman? Or why is a white man playing this character when it could be a black man? And you're taking points off. And it's like a lot of people, like, bro, if you read some reviews, like you see some of that. It's like they slowly.
Well, that's what it is too. It's like you said. They're judging the movie for how they think it should be.
Yes.
Not how it is.
Yeah. And
This is how this movie is played out. But then you're like, well, that should have been that way, so I'm taking points off.
Yeah.
That should have been that way, so I'm taking points off. But it's not your version of it. You're not
Yes.
making this story, so you
Yeah.
have no right to change it.
Yeah.
You just have to go, oh, well,
What is given to you?
This actor did this real good, so I'm going to give him plus. Instead, you're like, no, this actor should have been this actor because he would have done it better, so minus points.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
yeah,
now.
that's what I was.
They're
trying
judging
to say.
they're judging their own perception of the movie.
Yeah,
which is dumb.
when that defeats the
purpose of the movie, because the
purpose
movie,
of art.
Because the purpose of all that stuff in entertainment or whatever, it's to see someone else's expression of this. You know what I'm saying? Someone
Their
else's
take of this.
their version,
Yes.
how it perspective is to see someone else's, not to see yours.
And I want to make this clear. I have no problem where people put their opinion saying, oh, this could have done better, blah, blah, blah. We're doing that right now. But when you start saying this film sucks or this film is good because of your opinion.
Yeah.
You know? Like because, I love Brie Larson and I love female superhero films. That's why Captain Marvel was awesome.
Nah,
Yeah,
see, you can't do that.
yeah.
And I do agree with both of what you just said. I love Brie Larson. I love female superhero movies. But I still didn't like that movie all like that. It's the same thing with Wonder Woman. I loved Wonder Woman until the ending.
Yeah.
The ending ruined it for me.
Yeah.
But all in all, I loved it. Beginning, middle, and the ending was like, why would you do that? Like, it made me so sad.
I know.
But it's like, it's got nothing to do with what I'm saying. It's exactly like what you're saying, dude.
And by the way, we were not necessarily mad at how the Wonder Woman ended. It's the way it was executed.
It was the final boss, Ares. It was a dumbass fight.
Yeah.
That's what it was that got me. I did not like the final boss fight at all. So that's why I didn't like it. But I don't know, man. People are tricky. People are tricky, man. I stay to myself. Fuck everyone else.
I'm trying to be positive, you know?
I feel you.
I know. Okay, but thank you, ladies and gentlemen,
gotta
for
go.
joining us for this diving deep into
Diving
entertainment.
deep into entertainment.
Francis.
Die. What? I was explaining to them.
No, it's just because you emphasize die, and we have somebody on some of the episodes where he gets stuck on. What's the point of life? We just live to die.
I mean, we do. But I mean, you try not to focus on it.
I know.
We don't live to die. We live to live, and then we die. That's how it works.
Well, we die to live. How about
I mean,
that?
we die because we live. I don't know if we die to live.
That's not. I would hope that would be the case, but it's not always the case.
It's tough, man. Life is tough.
All right.
Life is tough. That's going to be my new motto. I'm going to get a tattoo. Life is tough.
No way.
No, I'm not going to get a
Okay.
dumbass tattoo like that.
Yo, bro, somebody that we really like, she got a tattoo on her freaking index finger, bro.
People do that. The question is, what is it of?
A lion.
Okay, hold on. Is it on the side?
No, it's the entire face and mane.
No, yeah, you garbage, dude. That's not a good tattoo. I'm sorry.
It's going to fade away in a couple
I'm okay
years.
with small quotes being on the finger. That's not depends on the quote.
Or like symbols, letters.
And symbols and letters. Like someone I knew had the elder wand on their finger.
Ooh.
See, that's a good tattoo. You understand what I'm saying? That's like, okay,
or
yeah,
if they had like the triangle, the circle, and then like
yeah, that'd be cool. You know, it's just something cool
for the 3 Deathly
like,
Hallows.
And I'm not saying lion tattoos aren't cool. I got a fucking tiger on my chest.
You can't put a lion
on your finger. Yeah, it defeats the point. A lion is like and that's what I'm saying. Like a lion is like a pride thing. It's supposed to be big. It's supposed to be powerful.
And you're gonna
get
on
your finger.
Yeah.
Like you could have just put it on your shoulder, on your chest, on forearm, wherever. I'll just put it on my finger. I'm just saying. That's personal opinion. I'm sorry if I offended you, but
no, it's
some
good, bro.
things, some things go on your fingers very well, but
we're trying to be.
I just don't think it was a good idea to get a lion on your finger. That's why I said. Remember, I was like, "Well, what was the tattoo of?" Because I don't. It's not that I love tattoos, but that's to me that's just not a good place. Like you could have put a lion on your. I saw a lion on the joint.
Demi has that.
Yeah. That's very nice.
Yeah.
Or
but
even like
room.
exactly. But to make it so small,
it
to me defeats the purpose. Yeah, I'm not one with that.
Well, we're just Wait,
we got into tattoos, bro. How did we get into tattoos again?
You brought somebody up.
Who did I bring up?
I don't know.
How did we get here? You brought up the finger tattoo. Was I talking about tattoos?
Yeah.
Because
you said the stupid dumbass.
Oh yeah, I said I was gonna get a dumbass tattoo. That's how we got on this subject. And you brought up another, not dumbass tattoo, but I don't see the point. In tattoo.
Not the best tattoo. We're being we're critiquing.
My thing
right
is
now.
right. I approve of a tattoo as long as I see a reason as to why you got it. Because to me, you have to have certain reasons to get a tattoo. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, can we be real? Tattoos were created for purpose.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, even if your reason is just a simple, well, I like, lions, I'm okay with that.
But if you're going to do that, the last place you want to put it is on your toes.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like it's exactly like he said. Why would you put it on why would you put a lion tattoo on your toe? You put it on the toe on your hands, but that's dumb. I'm sorry. I don't want to offend this person who you're talking about, but I just don't think that was a good idea.
It's Cara Delevingne.
She got it? It was the actress? Oh, I don't approve of that. I'm going to look at it, and then I'll come back, and I will judge.
Bro, it's already faded.
Well, my tattoo's faded quickly, bro.
No, but I mean, like, it's...
Badly?
It's... I think she might as well just get it lasered off. It's faded. And it's only like a year old.
Oh, yeah. My chest tattoo. I think I had my chest tattoo like 2 years ago. Yeah, no, because I had my chest tattoo when we were in Iceland. Yeah. So I had it for a while. And the color, it's so hard to stay on because it's on your chest. So you're always putting stuff on it and it rubs off when it's healing. Because when it heals, you have to, like, they tell you it's going to, like,
peel, right?
Peel, yeah, basically. And they tell you not to remove it because if you remove it, you can pull out extra ink. So you're just supposed to like leave it all there till it fully heals. But my shit just kept coming because it's on your chest. It's like, well, I'm not gonna go around shirtless for 3 weeks. I gotta go to work. I gotta do shit. So yeah. Like the color actually, I was surprised that the color. Usually they say the color peels the worst. The color stayed on pretty good. It was the black. The black did not heal well.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, my black faded a lot, and I did my black over twice with the tiger, and it faded a lot.
Holy shit!
It's just how it is. But it's still my favorite tattoo.
Okay, guys, like, subscribe, hit the bell.
Dumb.
Hit the bell. Comment,
share,
and share.
Get the bell on. You know what that's from? That's from How Ridiculous. It's good.
For real?
Yeah.
Get the bell on?
They say get the bell on.
That's clever.
Yeah, it's funny. I just wanted to say it. I'm no copyright there, but I just wanted to say it,
Okay.
Yeah. It's funny.
No, but...
They're cool people. They're Australian. They'll understand.
Okay.
I like Australian people.
I like all English people but Americans, bro. All right, peace, guys.
We'll see you later, guys. I gotta go. Pick up my brother.
LLPH.
DST.
What the fuck does the DST... You just figured...
DST,
down to suck?
I was gonna say dick sucking.
You said DT.
Oh, I said DST or DTST?
You said DST.
DST, so it'll be dick sucking something.
Dick sucking town?
Dick sucking T-Rex. Just send your fan arts of that.
Bro, what would a T-Rex's dick look like?
I don't want to know.
You think it's like a cow? If you want to subscribe, just hit this bad boy up here, that big fat rhino. If you want the newest video, to the right. If you want the recommended, to the left. And then, of course, our personal dick pic. Yep, right below. So thank you for joining us once again, and we hope to see you next week. So peace out.
Peace.